There's a brand new movie based on the life of the late and wonderful Princess Diana, getting a lot of hype and a lot of backlash too. I was invited to one of the major screenings, so I wanted to share with you, is it any good? Or is it, well, simply too bad? Good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Behind me, as ever, we're in a new location. This is one of the most expensive areas to live in London. Can't say where it is because apparently the neighbours would get very upset. But let's just tell you that these houses could go for millions of pounds. It's incredible, isn't it, when you think it's just a normal street. And of course, when you look at the state of the houses, and they were built many, many years ago, how much would they have been built for and sold for then? I know it's inflation, but as ever, I'm always baffled by just how much money there is, when allegedly we're all struggling to fill our purses. Am I right, ladies? Anyway, back as ever to the royal story of the day. Interesting to note, there's this brand new movie called Spencer coming out. We were all invited to a special screening the other night in London. In fact, they've done quite a few screenings now. First time I've seen the movie in full. It stars Kristen Stewart. Now, the last time I saw her, she was hanging around with some bats in a TV series or something like that called Twilight. Definitely progressed as an actress, met her a few times, very sulky, miserable, that sort of thing. You know, one of these people that always has a sort of a voice, you know, one of these, how can I put this nicely? There's always a cause that they always want to flag up, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, this new movie is based apparently on, well, is it based on anything? This is the thing. When we spoke to some of the team, they said these were memories of people who attended this particular scenario in the early 1990s while at Balmoral. What I find fascinating about this film is, yes, I have to say, she does a very good impression of Princess Diana, but tacky is not the word. The movie is so disrespectful. You know, there's some terrible scenes that really don't need to be put into a movie. And I think if I was the actress and being asked to do that, I would speculate and basically ask the director, is this necessary? Is this part of the storyboard? No, it's there to shock, get headlines, and hopefully get people to either stream it or come into movie theatres. Now, a lot of so-called royal watchers are basically saying, oh, it would upset William and Harry so much. I think the only thing that would upset Prince Harry is the fact that he's not monetising it, but we'll move on from that, shall we? I think also from William and Catherine's point of view is, well, really, it's just a trashy sort of soap opera, you know? It's not really, I can't really explain it. It's kind of something like you may have seen way back in the 80s. Do you remember when we used to like those shows, Knots Landing, Dallas Dynasty, that type of thing? It has that sort of flair about it. The actors all give a very good stab at portraying certain people, but there's nothing new. And basically, when you look at the story, is it true or is it made up? And the fact that they can't really decide which elements of it are true makes you wonder if it's actually worth watching. I'll leave the final word up to you. Let me know what you think to my review so far. Spencer is out very soon, and apparently they're even looking at Oscar. They might be looking at Oscar, but I'd be looking at the Golden Raspberries, as they're called. It's that bad, but bad in a good way if you want to waste a few hours. But for me, I'd wait until it's screened on TV. Don't waste your money. Neil Sean in the heart of London.